Hey, what's up YouTube? I'm back with another video. Now, as y'all obviously know, it's getting warmer outside, so I need to get the Prelude looking right. Now, don't get me wrong, it don't look bad, but I'm finna show y'all a couple problems that I need to take care of and address. I'm gonna get this car looking beautiful, and I'm finna show y'all exactly what I'm gonna do to get it to that level. But first, let me show y'all the car right now. Alright, so let's start with the front of the car. Obviously, as you can see, I'm missing the corner light right there, and on this side, and this corner light is missing its lens. One day I was driving, it just flew off, never was seen again. This one on this side, the tab actually broke off that mounted right here. You can still see the piece literally hanging right there. So I ended up buying some new corner lights to throw in. I also bought some LED bulbs for the headlights, and these are glass, so I'm gonna go ahead and just polish these get them clipped up again, make sure they look good. There's a few brackets inside the engine bay that I want to go ahead and get painted. Shouldn't be too much to take off. I want to paint this bracket right here, this AC bracket right here, and this other radiator bracket right here. I also want to repaint the valve cover. This is just enamel paint. I'm gonna go ahead and respray that with some wrinkle paint to make it look a lot better. I also want to paint the windshield wiper arms because they don't look terrible, but they definitely look aged, like they've been in the sun for a while. So I want to reshoot that with some paint, and I believe that's basically it for the front end. Now for the actual body of the car, it really looks good honestly, but it can definitely come out a lot better. Some edges right here from me taking out the fenders and stuff, this car was repainted, so this paint is kind of like not that good, and it chips real easy. So sometimes when I was taking this fender off to get behind it, it was making contact with the fender every time I opened the door, and got these chips right here. So I ended up buying some touch-up paint to touch that up. Continuing with the body, I'm gonna go ahead and buff this entire car. I'm gonna hit it with a polish and hit it with a wax. Once I'm done, this car should honestly look just like the Stinger. I also bought a rear visor and the side visors, which are right here. I'm gonna go ahead and get those bad boys on, which will make the car look a hell of a lot better. Coming to the inside, honestly, it don't look that bad, especially with all the work that I already did, like the headliner and the A-pillars and the gauge spot over there and the steering wheel, all this stuff. It looks great. But what I'm gonna just do, I'm gonna go ahead and get an inside of detail, because it's pretty dusty. When I was making that sub box, I had the windows down and I was cutting in here. Me being dumb, I didn't close the windows, so it's a little bit dusty in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that squared away. Also with the inside, I bought these floor mats off eBay, which should definitely help, you know, make it look a lot better. They just say BB1 custom made for 4th gen Prelude, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw those in after I detail the inside. Now a couple of other things may pop up that I might go ahead and take care of, but those are the main things. Here go all my stuff. I got the Wrinkle VHT Wrinkle Plus, some high heat primer. Here go the buffing compound I'm gonna use. The new corner lights, I also have LEDs for those too, so that should look pretty good. Here's the touch-up paint from Automotive Touch-Up. I always use them for my touch-ups. And those headlight bulbs are right here. These are only 20 bucks. I'm hoping they're not too bright, because obviously those aren't projector headlights, so the beam is gonna be kind of ridiculous. But I'm gonna try to aim the headlight down to hopefully not blind people as bad. But it's 2023 and everybody got these damn laser headlights like this car right here, and you know that shit blinds everybody. So I don't think it's gonna be too bad, but I'm definitely just, you know, not try to neglect it. So the first thing I'm gonna go ahead and attack is get these headlights out. You do have to remove the bumper, which is kind of ridiculous, but I'm just going ahead and pop it off, and I'm gonna remove the whole headlight assembly. Alright, so I got the LED bulbs in and the headlights remounted. I ended up just shutting the camera off because this one over here was giving me issues. The horizontal adjuster right here is broken. Somebody had to have taken this car apart before me. I tried to fix it as best as I can. Body gaps are really good. Now it's time to just basically reassemble the front end. These lights are so bright. Alright, so I got the front end all back together and it's looking fire with the new icy corners. Oh my god. I'm gonna pull it out later after I get done with the next thing, because the next thing I've been waiting literally a week to do. I didn't have them for a week, those visors. Go ahead and get those on. So let's go ahead and do it. I want to show y'all these lights. These lights bright as hell. Now I can finally see at night. I should did it before and after, but the last ones was just completely trash. So these are going to be a lot better, as y'all can see. So there it is with it all on. And it looked fire, I ain't gonna lie. It set up a little bit higher than I thought, like on the pictures, but it still looks super fire, especially with the sunroof open. But what I was talking about was I had to heat it up because the edge is what actually makes contact with the car. And it was like kind of like bulging a little bit, not completely making contact. On top of that, the double-sided tape that came on it was not even sticky. So I had to take it off and I had to reapply some double-sided tape. Thank God I had some already. I used some of this Scotch Extreme, Extreme mounting tape. And so far so good. With these rain visors on the doors, the tape on there was actually already really extremely sticky. So that was good. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up tonight. I'm gonna get back in the garage tomorrow. I'm ready to go in the house. It's almost 12 and I'll see y'all then. Alright, so it's a new day and now I'm finna go ahead and wash the car. Now the reason I'm finna wash it now is I was thinking to myself, I only got 3 days before I go back to work. And I was looking at the can of VHT wrinkle that I'm gonna use to respray the valve cover, and it was saying that it needs 24 to 48 hours to fully cure naturally. Now you can throw it in the oven, but I was reading that the wrinkles might not come out as natural looking and they might come out tight looking, and I want it to come out as good as I can with a can, so I'm just naturally let it cure. With that being said, I need the valve cover on so I can wash the bay. I'm not trying to bag up the head or anything. I just want to keep all the water out, and by doing that, it's leaving the valve cover on. So my logic is I'm finna go ahead and pull it out so I can wash it. I'm gonna wash the bay, wash underneath it, and wash the body of the car. And by me doing that, it's gonna be ready to be clayed, buffed, polished, and waxed. I can repaint the valve cover without having to worry about the inside of the motor getting wet, and I can just go ahead and wrap this up because I got 3 days left, so I need to hurry up. One thing I am gonna do, I'm gonna just go ahead and pull the windshield wipers off. Also the 3 brackets on the radiator support, I want to go ahead and take that off. That's gonna be the goal for tonight, so let's get it. Car is washed. Now it's time to get these brackets along with the windshield wipers painted. Those pieces painted up, looking fire. I forgot to paint the windshield wipers last night, so I'm gonna pop those off and let's go ahead and get this valve cover off so we can get that painted too. Alright, so I got the windshield wipers off, painted, the outside drying. I'm gonna do a couple more coats. The valve cover got the aircraft remover on there. It's doing its job out there. So while all that's doing this thing, I'm gonna go ahead and start with the detail. So here's the steps I'm gonna go. I'm gonna use clay, then I'm gonna use a heavy cut compound, followed by a swirl remover after that. After that, I'm gonna use a polisher, and then last but not least, I'm gonna wax it, and then touch up all like plastic dressings, all that stuff, wheels, do all that stuff. But without further ado, let me go ahead and throw the GoPro on, and let's get this done. Okay, so now we're in my house on top of my stove. Why? Because it's cold as hell outside. That's why I had to stop with the detail for now, because I wanted to go ahead and get some paint on this before it get too cold. I want to bring the temperature of the valve cover up because I really don't believe that the spray is going to adhere properly by it being this cold. So I was going to stick it in my oven for a few minutes just to heat it up a little bit. I'm not trying to burn it or nothing. And I'm going to also clean it and tape it inside of my house. Now, there should be no chemicals on this. I sprayed it inside out with water. I'm not going to leave it in there too long, so hopefully I don't blow my house up, but I will definitely let y'all know if I do. I also got the other pieces in here. This is the coil cover thing. I painted that white, and then the arms for the wipers, painted that black, looking fire. I got it sitting in the house, like I said, because it's cold as hell out here in Chicago. But I'm going to go ahead and stick this in the oven real quick, pull it out, clean it, and then go ahead and tape it so I can throw some paint on it. Alright, this is 3 coats. It's starting to wrinkle a little bit. So now I just gotta let it dry and see how it come out. Alright, I'm taking a break from the detail. I want to go ahead and get the valve cover and the windshield wipers on, but first I need to grind away the letters because I want the letters to be silver. So that's what I'm finna do now, and then once I'm done, throw it on the car, see how it look. Alright, so as y'all seen, I just put the windshield wipers back on and the valve cover on. Now it's time to get back to buffing this car. So the next step would be swirl remover. I only got a little bit, so I'm not going to use too much. new pad, not as aggressive. Just go ahead and go over the whole car real quick. And what that's going to do is get rid of some of that haze. You can kind of see it in the camera that was left from the heavy cut compound. If you're doing this to your car, don't worry, that's supposed to happen. But once we hit it with this, that should help take it out. And then once we polish it, that should fully take it out. So let's go ahead and get this done.
Hey yo, Team D.
Gamo's got sauce on that shit.
Alright, so I am officially done with the outside of the car. As y'all can see, it's Monday night. It's like 12 o'clock at night. So I ran out of time. I go to work tomorrow. So here's the game plan. Saturday, I don't work, and that's the day before the meet. So I can go ahead and finish up the inside. Inside ain't too bad. I was just going to shampoo it real quick and wipe down all the plastics in the dash. And I still want to look over the brakes, see if there's anything I do about them. Like I say, they're not terrible, but I kind of just want a little more pedal. So I'm trying to bleed them and see if I can do something about them. But god damn, this car is wet. I'm not going to bring it outside until I'm completely done. Camera ain't doing it justice. This car is wet as fuck. So it's like once that sun hit it, it's over with. So that's the game plan. Saturday, day before the meet. I'm going to have the car ready. It's going to be looking great. It's going to be sounding great. And hopefully I'll meet some more Prelude there. Or just some more Honda guys there. Man, look at that angle right there. I'm just looking at this paint. God damn. But I'll see y'all again Saturday. Let me go to work. Alright, so it's Sunday morning, the morning of the meet that I was trying to go to. It's actually 9 a.m. What happened was I actually picked up overtime yesterday, Saturday. That was the day I was supposed to finish up. But I picked up overtime because I need money to do stuff to this car. So gotta pick and choose. But I'm up, and what I decided to do is I'm just gonna vacuum the inside real quick, hit the dash, the door cards with some vinyl restore to give it some shine and make it look fresh again. And that's it. I'm finna just roll out. I gotta get gas too. I still haven't poured the car out yet, so I don't even know how it really look in the sun. So I'm gonna go ahead and bang this out real quick. That way I can go ahead and get on the road. It's gonna be a busy day, so let's go ahead and get this done. Man, has it been one hell of a week, but I finally made it. It is 9:47. I'm officially done. About to go run and get some gas real quick, then I'm going straight to the meet. Y'all gonna have to check that out in the next video. If y'all made it this far, please let me know in the comments. Say something like, let's just say Project Prelude. If y'all made it this far, say Project Prelude in the comments. I know this was a long one, but I put in a lot of work to get to this point. So make sure y'all like and subscribe. Also make sure to ring that bell. I'll see y'all over the next video. I'll be at the meet.